Thanks to COVID, we get desk upgrades. There we go. I think I like that button better. So like the intro suggests, we're getting desk upgrades. This desk I've had for 10 to 12 years, and the desk in the hutch, as you see it, is only actually half the full executive desk package that I bought back then. The rest of it is right here. Now these desks have been fine and good for use for things that I've used it for: gaming, playing games with the guys, 1 or 2 days a week work from home, the part-time sort of scenario. And the same for the missus and her desk. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we're both now working full-time from home. On top of that, we've both kind of gotten a little spoiled by both of our companies supplied us with stand-up desks when we were in the office. But naturally, you can't expect your corporate company to send your stand-up desk from your old office to your home office so you can work from home full time. Before my exposure to stand-up desks, I was sitting for long hours during the day, wanting to constantly get up, take that kind of sort of short walk around the office, stretch the legs, kind of get the heartbeat going, just not feel so stagnant still for 8 hours a day, or from however long it is to your next break. So getting exposed to having my own stand-up desk at work was fantastic. So I really miss it. It didn't take me very long to realize that same discomfort that I had sitting for 8 hours a day is right here. It's back again, and that's not going to work anymore. So stand-up desks it is. So the first thing we got to do, we got to get rid of all of that so we can tear that down and build the replacement. Let's get to it. So before I tear everything down, I kind of want to give one last look at this old desk and the old setup that I had, just kind of for nostalgia reasons. The other thing I really want to do something about is the old monitor bases. You never think about how much space they take up until you don't really have any more space. So I think on the new desk, I'm going to get rid of the bases, which means monitor arms. So it's definitely an improvement I want to make. So yeah, say goodbye to the old setup. Time for time lapse. So as I'm clearing stuff off this desk, the missus comes in and reminds me of a discussion we had a while ago about possibly separating work from home spaces. So while we were working from home part-time, working in the same home office was okay. We were actually able to offset the schedules so only one of us was work from home on any given day. But given now we're both work from home full-time, it's kind of become a bit of a problem with trying to hold conference calls with work, because a lot of times the schedules just overlap. They fall on each other and they interrupt each other. And then on top of that is her video calls see my shoulder and vice versa. And in corporate world, that's not always okay to have a random stranger sitting in the back room during a video conference call. So I think we're actually gonna pull the trigger on that. So given that we're separating spaces and we've got to move some couches around and things like that, I think I'm gonna leave this kind of where it is for tonight. And I'll pick it back up in the morning after we sleep on it, make sure it's exactly what we want to do. We'll see you then.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So this is what I mean. I'm in a meeting and she's in a meeting at the same time. Her call can hear my call and vice versa. It gets really hard sometimes. We gotta do something about that.
Okay.
A few moments later.
So pretty sure I just heard FedEx leave, dropping off the rest of the parts for our desks. Let's go outside and see what we got. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So not a bad haul. Whenever you order these desks from Uplift, you get the tracking number for FedEx, and they give you one big master tracking number, but each underneath that is several subsets. So we're getting the subset orders kind of by piece today. So this is the most recent. We got 2 more smaller things today, and we're missing one final top, it looks like. Yeah, I got 2 in the garage already from earlier today, this group. So we're missing a top. So I guess we'll get one more top in later, hopefully today. Cool. We'll be able to build these today.
6.5 hours later.
Thank God it's Friday. Nope, the workday is done. I can shut everything down and get started dismantling this desk. Let's get to it. So got everything removed off the desk. All the wires pulled out of the walls. Everything's taken apart. Got it out of the way. God, there's more wires than I remember. It's just, it adds up over time, and even worse is the amount of dust. It's just gross. One thing I do look forward to at the new desk is it'll be more surface area, but less on it. So it'll be easier to clean. So hopefully I'll be a little bit better job about keeping the dust off. This is gross. So the next thing I gotta do is grab a couple tools so I can separate the hutch from the base. And yeah, then we get to the heavy part. So let's get some tools. Got the hutch down. It's on the floor behind me. Ignore all the dust. Oh God, that's gross. Look at all that dust. Oof. Again, glad this thing is going. So the challenge is now we've got to figure out how to get this out of here. But we're kind of out of space. I kind of took over all the flat horizontal surfaces in this room to get everything off the desk. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get that there and take the main desk body apart, and I guess I'm going to weasel around this hutch to get those parts out of here. Then I can take the hutch, lean it backwards on a dolly, and get it out of here. So, of course, when I went to go get the drill to take the hutch off, I didn't get the tool needed to undo the screws and everything else in the desk. So, back to the toolbox for another tool. Nope. Have that. Focus. That should be big enough. Desk is out of here. Whew. A lot of running around back and forth to the garage. All right, we're gonna get this hutch turned upside down, and through the magic of cinema, it's gonna happen like just like that, upside down, and went ahead and put on dollies. So we're gonna wheel this thing out of here. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the dollies here. Oh! What's up, cat? Oh man, I am just absolutely dripping in sweat right now. Okay, so the desk and the hutch, all those pieces, they're in the garage. Don't know what we're gonna do with them right now. Just point is they're no longer in this office. So the next thing we're gonna try and do is, whoops, cat, sorry. We gotta get that love seat in there because I think this is where my new desk is gonna go. So that's the next challenge, and here we go. Okay, so we finally got everything cleaned up. We're ready to start unboxing parts and start putting the desk together. Man, it's getting late. I'm starting to lose track of where we are, what we've done, and what we still got left to do. First, let me turn you around and show you what we've got, and we'll go from there. Let me turn you around. So here's everything we got out of shipping. Seems like a lot, but I think most of this is probably packaging. So the big guy in the back is the tops. I think these guys are the legs or crossbars. Actually, I think it says crossbars on the, yeah, it actually says crossbars on the box. Legs back there, and then these guys are the, what they're calling promotional freebies. Mats, floor, there's a floor mat, desk mat, cord hiders, organizers, that sort of thing. And then luckily, both sets of our monitor arms came in today too. Before I go any further, I want to say a small correction to what I said earlier today. When I showed the shipment arriving at the house earlier, for whatever reason I said whenever you order from Uplift, your packages come in separate shipping tracking IDs. I don't know why I said whenever. I've only ordered from Uplift once. And this is our only experience, so why I said whenever is if I do it a lot, I'm not sure, but there you go. Just wanted to correct that and just be honest. So okay, so I'm gonna start unboxing this stuff. Because it's getting so late, I will probably just kind of time lapse this and just unbox it, start building it, and I'll bring in if there's cool things or cool updates to show you. But yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into this. Try to knock this out quick because it's getting late and I'm getting tired. status update. Oh, it's hot. It's getting late, so the air conditioner's not running as much. And if I leave the ceiling fan on, it does this weird shadow thing. So I've turned it off for the moment, just so I can talk to you without having this weird blinky thing. Anyway, so where am I at? I got through halfway about putting the legs together, when that's like step 3 in the instructions. And I wish I read this ahead of time, you need the desktop pretty soon, because you use the pre-drilled holes on the underside of your desktop to determine how wide the legs have to be. I guess part of me assumed that there was gonna be pre-drilled holes in the crossbars. They're just, you know, that's how you set it up. You knew how wide your desktop was supposed to be, and that's how you were able to figure out how wide you needed to separate your legs and the crossbar. Anyway, apparently I needed the desktop a lot sooner than I thought. So clearly had to clear out some more space, had to get it enough space to lay the thing down, and then of course halfway unboxing it realized I have the wrong side facing up. I actually had it up the wrong way. I'm thinking I may go look at the packaging again to see if there's like an indicator that I missed, but yeah, if you end up building these things yourself, you know, make sure you check and know which side is the bottom, and that when you're assembling this, you need the bottom facing up to put the legs on. And it's pretty soon, it's pretty early on in the process. So, okay, I will say, whoever packages these desktops from Uplift, holy cow, kudos to you, because I mean, this thing was packaged tight and very well. I mean, 3 layers. You had cardboard, you had the cardboard skin, then there's an inner cardboard skin, and then every corner has like a tri-layer cardboard. I mean, and then you can see I left the foam on it just because I don't want to scratch or anything like that. So when I need to take it off, I will. But holy cow, kudos to whoever packages these desktops, because it was done very, very well. Okay, back to the build. Update time. So I've got the desk pretty much there. See if I can get myself out of the way. Yeah, get you enough fit. So the main components are done. Everything as far as getting it to be a functioning desk is installed. What's left is going to be the accessories, cable management. They've got the little trays. There's this sort of twist flip drawer thing that needs to be installed still. I'm going to wait till I do those later. It's like 2 in the morning. My lower back gave out probably 30 to 45 minutes ago, so I'm starting to get really sore, and I'm just tired. The next step to this desk is to flip it over, and it's heavy. I mean, it is just heavy. The parts by themselves were kind of weighty, but add them all together, it's a hefty thing. So instead of trying to stress my back out and possibly hurting myself or breaking it, this evening I'm gonna go to bed, and we'll pick this up in the morning when I can get some help, and we'll start getting the desk back together as a working, functioning computer desk, you know, getting all the computers, the monitor arms, all that together. We'll start that tomorrow. So signing off for tonight, and we'll see you then. Have a good one.
Play this record as frequently as possible.